about. And I mentioned public funding, but at the end of the day, the bulk of our funding is philanthropic. And so I would encourage your listeners to look at an organization like Father Joe's Villages, who is effective in what it's doing, that helps those not only who are on the streets, but the community at large.
Cloudcast 180. Powerful people, powerful stories, 180 seconds.
The San Diego Union Tribune and Retirement Strategies Group present the Union Tribune Community Spotlight Show with your host, Drew Schlossberg.
I'm Drew Schlossberg of the San Diego Union Tribune. We are back with Yonatan Farber. He is the Executive Director and Chief Instructor of Caliber 3 USA, and the whole focus of this organization, they now got a footprint in San Marcos, is to provide elite training for people to protect themselves, whether they're in public, whether they're at a synagogue or a church, whether they're in their homes, whatever the case may be, teaching some very sophisticated self-defense strategies and skill sets that are certain the basis of what they do in Israel with the armies over there and so forth. And we were talking at break and also in the first segment, Yonatan, you work pretty closely with our law enforcement agencies, correct?
Correct. So we have like one contract with the law enforcement that becoming ongoing. We're keeping their training in dry fire, live shooting, and Krav Maga, the Israeli self-defense. Right. And we adjust the training for their needs, for their threat they're dealing on a daily basis.
Right. Now, do you go to their training facilities or do they come to yours, like law enforcement?
Yeah, we're doing both. So we're going to their facility and they can come for us. Our training facility is amazing. We have a designated area for Krav Maga, the Israeli self-defense. Right. We have like a gym area. We have a place that we practice dry fire. In the dry fire, what I mean when I say dry fire, we sterilize the weapon with safety stick inside the barrel. It's a real weapon. Right. And we cannot shoot over there, but all the body movement, combat, and mindset. Right. And we have a gun range 20 minutes from us that we can basically practice.
Right. Exactly. What is I think it probably depends on the individual, of course, and how much experience the individual has. Law enforcement probably has a little more experience in defending themselves than the layperson, I imagine. Do we have bad habits here? Hey, listen, if you really want to be successful with this, you really shouldn't be doing X besides the mindset.
You're talking about for law enforcement?
Or anybody, yeah.
So on the bad habits, I always say, there's always different techniques. Every techniques came from different point of view. Right. So I would never say bad on each technique.
Just but different.
It will be different, and I always explain everything that we're doing, the technique and why. Right. So our technique is very instinctive, pointing, especially because, as I said before, it will always come. We are just surprised. So it has to be simple and simple. We will believe in simple, and simple under pressure will work.
Right, exactly. And how much training do you do to get somebody to a level that you feel comfortable that they can defend themselves? And again, I'm sure it depends on the individual and all that business. But is it like 15 hours? Is it 15 weeks? Is it...
Yeah, so I will take this one for the security synagogues. Yeah. For example, I had people in the synagogue that never touched a weapon in their life. Right. And in 40 hours, it's amazing to see the result. Right. I feel proud when I see the result, the confidence that they can feel, the mindset. So I think, it's not a lot of time, but 40 hours, it's a nice amount to start with in a specific course. Right,
exactly. And you brought up a very, very, very good point. You folks are not the attackers. You folks are dealing with people when you are attacked. And I think that's a very important point to make.
Exactly. Right. So, and also in the courses that I mentioned, we're showing case studies that happened in Israel and a case study that happened over here, Poway, Pittsburgh. So again, all the attacks, we always want to surprise us. It's the mindset. The mindset, again, is very, very important for us. This is the starting point. Right. So to build a mindset to a person that starts from scratch is hard, but as much as he's in doing it and he's coming practicing with us, he will have a strong mind because we add a lot of aggressive drills. It doesn't matter if you just do the Krav Maga or some weapon training. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're building it up, but we start slow and up until we're getting aggressive and physical. Right.
So let me ask you this. How do you make sure that someone doesn't inadvertently get hurt on these things? Obviously, if you're training, listen, that's going to happen sometimes, right? I'm sure you're laser beamed on making sure it's as safe as possible.
Yes, safety is the most value thing that we're doing in our training. I will explain it in 2 points of view. One is for the Krav Maga. For our training, we provide full protection gear, and before every drill, we explain the safety point of view. And in the weapon, in the facility, we sterilize the weapon, no ammo allowed in the facility. And we were going to the gun range, we do a safety brief and do it slow. It's, again, according to the level of the team. Again, safety is the most important thing that we have.
Right, exactly on this. And so now, what can our listeners do to support you? Obviously, sign up, you become a member, take the courses. Is there that information on the website?
Yes, on the website, basically, you can find all the pricing information from ongoing membership. So ongoing membership, we have in Krav Maga, they can come 6 times a week, 24 classes a month, morning to evening to participate in our classes. We have combat tuning membership. Again, it's every week. It's a special program that Caliber Free have to offer. The member is coming for twice a week for dry fire, and every first day we're going to the outdoor, to the gun range. It's ongoing. It's not a course. It's ongoing membership. And after a few months, the guys become very effective with his weapon.
Right.
Again, self-defense point of view. And we have like a gym area that he can come, like a CrossFit boot camp, that he can come again for ongoing. So he can see all the information. And with this one, we have courses, home invasion courses for families and individuals that can come and learn how to protect the house in the time of the incident. We have weapon training from level 1 to level 5, intro to pistol, intro to rifle. We have active shooter courses, Krav Maga seminars. They can see all the information on our website.
No, quite a whole long list of things that they can be doing. We're chatting with Yonatan Farber. He is the executive director and chief instructor of Caliber 3 USA. We say this, we have law enforcement on our shows, quite a bit here. Our police chief, David Nislite, has been on, and Shelley Zimmerman before, and talking about a variety of aspects of it. How do you protect yourselves? And then we always end by saying, can you just do the police and the sheriffs a favor by don't make yourself a victim? I mean, don't be sitting here walking around with your head up in the sky and have no clue what's around, or don't be telling people on Facebook that you're going to be gone for 3 weeks on a vacation, and here, why don't you just leave the keys at the front? Do you go into those things too? Here are some things that could minimize you being a victim.
Yes. So we're trying to change the mindset. So we're going to organization, we're going to university, we're going to school to teach people what to do basically in the time of the active shooter. And we're trying to make it effective. We not believe I know there's a few programs, again, nothing bad, run, hide, and throw things on the active shooter. We're trying to make it more effective.
Right.
Again, we teach if someone comes with a knife, you want to defend with a gun, and so on.
Right.
So the mindset is different. Of course, if you don't have a weapon, choose to run. And we always say, in the time of the incident, maybe we're going to be one hero. And all the other guys will run away. But if you have a weapon, it's changing mindset. 0 to 100 and engage, because the time you're not there, people have been killed.
Right, exactly. And of course, a lot of people are probably not walking around with weapons on them, unless they've got a concealed weapon permit and all that business. So that's going to be using the self-defense and all that aspect.
So all these aspects, and we're trying to, we're doing assessments for different locations. So everything starts from there for the deterrence. So for university, synagogue, churches, you start to build deterrence. If it will be by signs, dummy cars, fences, cameras, and then you start the physical part and the security to prevent the next one.
Right, exactly. How much shape do you have to be in? I mean, you can't be a slob like me.
No.
Yonatan is so nice. He was going to say, no, you can be a slob like you. No, he wasn't going to say that. But
really, our training is we adjust the training to all level of fitness.
Right.
Really, all level of fitness.
Right.
You can come from scratch.
Right.
And we follow every member that comes to Caliber Free. He signs a form. He tells us what is his goal. I want to lose weight. I want to lose defense. Whatever his goal.
Right.
And we go with him. It doesn't matter. We adjust everything.
Right. Do you have an age group? Do you have to be over 18 and you can't be over 105 or whatever?
No, we have Krav Maga youth program for kids, so it's under 14.
Okay.
But all the other, like the Krav Maga, and over 16, weapon training over 18.
Right. And so how many people are participating in this now?
Like how many members?
Yeah.
So for now, we have more than 200 members ongoing, just members except the courses.
Wow.
Ongoing members in Caliber Free. We have groups of coming in and out. So it's going well.
And it's growing, I imagine.
It's growing, yeah.
And so are you bringing more people in from Israel to help you? I mean, pretty soon you're going to be bring 1,000 people in over here. You hope, of course, right?
For sure, I hope, and we're there. We're bringing our Krav Maga instructor from Israel. We're in the process. Hopefully, will come in 3 months to help us.
Right.
And because we're becoming busier and busier, especially with private groups and synagogue churches that are coming to Calibre.
Right. Now, and I imagine with this, there's a sort of a good housekeeping seal that comes with it. So you've been Calibre 3 USA trained, which I'm sure is one of the goals. I'm not sure if you actually have that as a certificate or whatever, because that will mean something, correct?
Correct. In the end of every course, we bring Calibre for security, that he can help if you want to apply a job or want a job, because we as I said in the beginning, in Israel, we have 5 facilities. We have big company, the biggest company in Israel. So we are basically become a brand.
Right.
So we bring a certificate and can help you to find a job or any other thing.
Right. You got about 30 seconds to go. Any final comments?
Yes, I want to finish with a small story about especially this one. So the story, and again, everyone will take it for his direction. There's a person that really like to swim. He starts swimming, and after 10 minutes, he becomes struggling on his life. A person that comes from the beach seems like struggling. He said, "Do you need help?" He said, No, I'm praying to God every day. I'm praying to God. God will save me. A helicopter from the sky came for a ladder. He said, "Come, take the ladder." He said, "No, I'm praying to God." God will say, 10 minutes after, the guy sank and died. He going to God and say, "God, I'm praying you for every day. Why didn't you save me?" And God said, I tried to say, I came for 2 ways. I came for a ladder, I came for my person, you didn't take my help. What I'm trying to say, we ask the community to wake up and protect itself.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Yonatan, will you come back on to chat some more?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much for this.
Absolutely. Yonatan Farber, the Executive Director and Chief Instructor for Calibre 3 USA. You've been listening to the Community Spotlight Show here on Cloudcast Media Radio.
Thank you for listening to a podcast from Cloudcast Media, the digital media home for leading local brands. When it comes to amplifying your brand, a Cloudcast-sponsored show offers unbeatable value. Learn more at cloudcast.us.
Cloudcast 180. Powerful people, powerful stories, 180 seconds.
Welcome to Cloudcast 180, the 3-minute lightning round with changemakers here in San Diego. We're here with Ed Heiner, 20-year Navy SEAL, best-selling author, and education entrepreneur. Ed, welcome to the Cloudcast 180.
Thanks for having me.
Your book was called First Fast Fearless, so let's hit this fast and fearlessly. Real quick, you created a program to help change lives of high school students around the country. It's called SEALpreneurship. Tell our audience what it's all about.
Well, it's about leading yourself. Getting a PhD in me, I teach kids how to take care of themselves and lead themselves first, and how to be their own entrepreneur, intrapreneur, if you will.
Is it something you think public education is lacking, this concept of self-leadership?
Absolutely. It's a mindset that kids don't get. My son doesn't get it in his school. The kids don't get it. It's something that, we're educating them, but to be mentally tough and be able to take charge of themselves and accountable for themselves is very unique.
Okay. I've seen an overview of your curriculum, 23 evolutions, and you have a 23-minute podcast series. So what's up with 23?
Chromosomes, right? It's all in all of us. We're all the same. 99.9% of everybody in this world is the same. And we use those chromosomes, 23 pairs, which was one of the concepts we teach as swim buddies, never be alone. Mm-hmm. Always work with someone else, collaborate, and be out there.
Boy, that's a lesson for life for sure. Ed, you were in charge of basic and advanced training for the U.S. Navy SEALs, and I mentioned you're a 20-year SEAL. Tell our audience the greatest lesson from the SEALs that have changed you forever.
Probably in the back of a helicopter one night in Iraq before I was getting ready to fly into an Al-Qaeda target, it dawned on me that when a pilot said, "You have this many souls on board," it dawned on me that the opposite of fear is love. It's not else. I don't fight for what I hate in front of me. I fight for what's beside me and behind me that I love.
Wow, it's a powerful concept. Wow. You've talked a lot about the blue-collar scholar as a concept. Fascinating. Tell our audience, what is the blue-collar scholar as it relates to your SEALpreneurship program?
It's a mental concept where people take control. Don't outsource their life. Look, we're going to have people that are in white coats, suits and ties, doctors, PhDs. That's fine. Listen to that and learn your information from them. But eventually, you got to be that mechanic in your own life. You got to turn the wrench. This is happening. So basically, take control of your own life. Use what you can use from other people. Discard it, what you can't, and make that your own. leadership is something that you do. It's you do with people, not to them. And one of the best forms of leadership I learned in the back of that helicopter is called MOM.
Ed,
Focus on mission, others, and me.
Mission, others, me. Ed, thank you for being here. This has been the Cloudcast 180. We hit it fast and fearlessly. We're out.
Cloudcast 180. Powerful people, powerful stories, 180 seconds.